You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Watch me.
Man, this is such a beautiful campsite. Yeah, over here got a fire going. Just cooked up a couple hot dogs. Yeah, I dropped 3 of them into the fire, trying to cook them with this little middle skewer thing that I got. But yeah, they just kept slipping off. I got lucky; there was a bunch of wood left here from whoever was here before, so didn't have to do too much as far as that went. But yeah, just been hanging out, waiting on the sun to go the rest of the way down. Shouldn't be too long. Well, it basically is already down. But yeah, just wait for it to get a little bit darker. Yeah, I'll catch up with y'all in a minute.
Fulfill all your wishes with my taco flavored kisses. Taco, taco, burrito, burrito, taco, taco.
Hey there. Well, welcome back to another video. Yeah, we just got out of there. We're camping out there. Like I said, I got the spot for the next couple weeks. Basically, whole month of January. Spot's mine, pretty much. I got 3 days where it's not. But pretty much, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I dropped a couple hot dogs on the ground. It sucked. Yeah, but eventually we had to go back up into town. I got to get to, got to keep myself hydrated.
Hydration, hydration, hydration.
But yeah, I also figured, since I was heading up on into town, I should go ahead and hit the gym up. Got a shower. So yeah, I won't have to worry about stinking for, because I was planning on waiting another day, holding out, you know what I mean?
I don't, and you know it.
But yeah, I figured I'd sleep a little bit better if I was clean. You know what I mean? Just don't have to worry about all that funk and everything. And
There's a trunk of funk in there.
but yeah, we made it up here. Just got off the phone with a buddy of mine. Yeah, he was pretty much, it's about my last year if I wanted to join the military.
The world is in complete chaos!
And he was, he's trying to talk me into doing it, and I really wish I would, you know what I mean, because they're advertising, $1,000 a week, and
Yes, yes, cows money.
where I'm at right now, I'm scraping to make 200, granted, it's not, like I said, not because I don't want to work, it's just that the hours aren't there, but yeah, I've been serious about trying to find something else, been on Indeed, trying to get things done there.
Indeed.
Basically, I'm to the point, I'm willing to do anything, as long as it's not in the kitchen. I don't know, I feel like at least retail, doing retail, it's at least a small step up from being in the kitchen. Because I've been in kitchens, I did about 8 years of restaurant work, and it's just, for the pace that is involved, the pay doesn't match. You know what I mean? And then you're not going to make a lot of money working in a kitchen until the point where you get to like you know, you're at like a 5-star restaurant or, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, to just being kitchen help to the point where you know how to do steak temps, you're not really going to make a whole lot of money. And everybody knows it. That's why people don't try to stay in kitchens for too long, you know. But, you know, I'm not knocking anybody that does work in a kitchen either. I don't mean it like that. Just, you know, I've been in kind of, you know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
6, 7.
I've been, like I said, I've been in kitchens for about 8 years. I spent about 4 years at Amazon. And then before Amazon, I was at FedEx for a little bit. So I've seen a little bit of both. Currently, I'm working retail. I did that back in the past. I was working at a grocery store, doing overnight stock. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I just wasn't a fan of the overnight.
Well, you can't change the way you think overnight.
Spend all night doing it, get up really early. We smell like smoke.
Working until 6 a.m., you know, pretty much. I don't want to work after like 10 or 11 p.m., you know what I mean? And just clocking in at 10 p.m. was just kind of weird, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, the hours weren't there either, you know, so it's not something I stuck with. I was, you know, like 21, 22 at the time when I was doing that. But, yeah, now I'm back in retail, and like I said, I'm just so far down the totem pole that I'm not really getting any hours because there's not a whole lot of hours that's like actually available, you know, because there's, you know, the GM, they get like 200 hours a week that they can actually allot, you know, that they have, you know, to give out to people. And then the GM, they take like 40 because they're the GM, you know.
What? But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Then you got another assistant manager under him. They take like another 40.
I want the job. I really do. I told him I was on a hike, snuck away to do this interview. I gotta get back pretty soon, don't worry.
And then you got another assistant manager that pretty much just like picks up the weight between the other two, you know, pretty much does the majority of the work, you know.
How would I describe myself? 3 words. Hardworking, alpha male, jackhammer. Merciless, insatiable.
That kind of guy. But yeah, between those 3 people, you know, this 120 hours every week that gets scooped up. And then, you know, I think I'm like 6th or 7th in line for the actual hours. So by the time I get anything, it's like 3-hour shifts 5 days a week. And I'm really not into that.
I hate when people call me cute. I hate when people call me precious.
Your randomness does not confuse me.
That's not working for me.
You know, because like a 3-hour day at the rate of pay that I'm making, it's enough to make you want to call out, you know. And but yeah, trying to get through it. Like I said, we got the credit cards, but they're starting to pile back up again.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but let me give you my credit card number.
Because of the lack of hours, and I don't know. Ultimately, I would like to work somewhere and just get like 3 10s a week would be the dream, you know. Nowadays, what I can picture the American dream would just be 3 10s, and then 4 days where you don't have to worry, you know, just do your thing those 3 days and go bust ass and come back home.
That's right. And all we have to do is read the stuff on the thing and peace out. That's us. That's all we have to do.
Right.
You know? Yeah, because I don't really have any kids, so I don't really need to make 40. You know, and there's a lot of people that do have kids that do need to make the 40. So I don't want to be there just standing in the way, taking up time from them. So I feel like, you know, I'll just collect my 30 and I'll get out of the way. I'll go home. See y'all later.
Respect.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm out.
You know, so I'm thinking I might end up just doing Uber, like full-time, you know, not full-time, but just doing the 3 10s on Uber, because I could just make my own hours that way pretty much. And then it's roughly going to pay about the same. And then instead of stressing every week. Am I going to get the right hours? Am I going to get the hours? And am I going to get enough hours? You know.
I can't breathe. Listen up, people. I have anxiety.
Because like I said, I sat down with the guy like 6 months ago, basically, and I was like, yo, like I need like 25 hours a week or more just to cover my mortgage, you know, just to cover the bills every month. I need at least 25 hours a week. And then just stuck at like 15 to 18, you know, and then it's not a work ethic thing, you know, like my coworkers, people around me, they're, you know, like I said, they're all the time giving me praise for how much work I'm actually doing.
You are doing excellent.
You know, for the rate of pay that I'm making, you know, because I don't know. Like, you know, granted, you know, I'm not outside, not being paid, you know, like I'm indoors, I'm in an AC building, and, you know, all my time is being accounted for. So I don't know. I try to just do my thing. Like I said, I need double the amount of time that they're actually scheduling me. And then the guy that took charge, he can't really even keep up with the schedule. It seems like it's
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
Like it's supposed to be posted for us Friday because it starts on Sundays. And yeah, we're like having to log in after midnight on Saturday, you know, Sunday morning after midnight, logging in just to see what the schedule is because he's that behind on it.
All right, see what we got here.
And, you know, it's like, and then you finally see the schedule and then it's...
No, come on.
5 days, which I don't want. Like I said, I want 3 or 4 days a week. That's just me, you know, like for me to feel like I'm actually a free citizen. I don't want to have to chase around a job 5, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. I don't care. I don't care how cheaply I'm going to have to live. I don't care how low class I might be to others. I'm more on the side of actual freedom, you know, like the rest of America should be, I feel like, but we're just too worried about making a dollar that's not even really worth what it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago, you know, like...
Don't worry, we can just transfer money from your account into a portfolio with your son, and it's gone!
What do you mean? I have $100.
Not anymore, you don't. Poof.
The same people that are bitching at us to go make a buck remember it from 40, 50 years ago and the strength that it had back then, you know, and I don't know. I'm watching it just being burnt in front of my face, basically.
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
So I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably just go ahead and start just doing the Uber. And then just take it slow, you know that I have a 10-hour day. Just do a 10-hour day 3 times a week on Uber. And then I'll probably end up basically making the same as if I would work 30 hours a week somewhere. You know, just be beating up my car to do it. But if I'm taking my time and going slow, I don't know how much I'm really going to be beating up the car. You know what I mean? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, that's about it for now. Well, I'm not sure how good this video is going to turn out or if y'all can even hear me, but figured it'd be worth making it